Hello everybody, this video is for the 5th Italki Teachers Meetup. So today I'm going to talk about teaching online versus teaching offline. Now, I'm going to start with the difficulty of online teaching. First of all, video self-consciousness. Ever since I started teaching online, I suggested a lot of friends of mine who are teachers, like, hey, why don't you give it a try to online teaching? It's really cool. But their answers were always like, I don't know. Some of them actually even tried, to teach online, but they were like, oh no, I just feel awkward, with a screen. I don't really know what to do. I don't really like it. And that's because they're not used to the camera or to Skype or to Hangouts or whatever platform they used. Which lead us to the second difficulty of online teaching, which is tech savviness. Meaning that in order to be an online teacher, you have to be tech savvy. And by that, I not only mean you have to know how to use Skype, Google Hangouts, Google Drive, how to deliver great online lessons, but also I'm talking about what connection, like fast speed connection means, and how to solve an issue with a camera. What if the microphone is not working? How can you solve a problem, technical problem in a lesson? Also, another thing that it's different, it's not necessarily difficult. When you're teaching offline, you have your own classroom or you go to the student's house, right? So you have that space. And while you teach online, well, you kind of work from your home, which if you live on your own, it's great. But if you're not like me, you have noises, you have people walking behind you, or you might have a messy background, which is distracting for the students. So you have to take care of your background as well, meaning you should have a clear background or not a distracting one. You should have a good camera or a good webcam, a good microphone as well of course as a great connection, which a lot of teachers kind of underestimate. Because as a student myself, if I see the teacher which is pixelated and it doesn't really, it blocks like that every time he or she is trying to tell me something, and I have to go like, what? It's really stressful, even from a teacher's perspective, if students don't take that into account. Does this mean that face-to-face teaching is it better? It's proven that changing your setting, changing your mindset, meaning that, if you do a physical action to enter into a classroom or to enter into a room, your mindset kind of changes, and you're like, okay, this is lesson time. While, online, you just schedule the lesson between, your lunch break, or, in between, I don't know, gym and work or something like that, and you're just gonna squeeze it in there, and you're not really focused, right? Because you're just on Facebook or working on an assignment or on a work project or something, and so you're just there working on your own thing. It's like, oh, I have a lesson right now. Let me switch to Skype. Boom, hello. And, sometimes that's a little bit distracting. I'm not saying that everybody is like that, but, that's definitely a plus for offline learning. For what concerns offline teaching now, the benefits, kind of German. The benefits to me of offline teaching, so teaching face-to-face, are that usually if you are in a school setting or in a language school, you usually have a syllabus that you carry out. And that syllabus is given by the school, meaning that it's like, oh, for beginners, you should cover this, this, and this topic. While online, you kind of tailor them for each student. It's a little challenging because, of course, in an offline setting, you just have to take class from level A to level B, doing different activities, while online it's just on you. Another topic issued in the 5th Italki Teachers Meetup is teaching young children or young learners versus teaching grown-ups or adults. Now, I taught offline children, both one-on-one, face-to-face, or in a classroom setting. And I taught actually Italian as a second language. Now, I love teaching children because they're so, rewarding, but online it's a whole another story. Now, I tried to teach children online, and honestly, I don't really like it. I don't like it because I feel that you need a special set of skills which are different than teaching grown-ups. In a classroom, you can make them interact with each other, or you can pull out games, or like puppets or something that catches their attention. The child needs to be entertained more. Teaching grown-ups, on the other hand, it's what I do. And I love it because usually grown-ups, they know what they want and they know the learning style. For example, in my case, so for Italian, a lot of people are studying Italian. They want to learn Italian either for traveling purposes or to reconnect with their families. They want to communicate. So they know their goals, which to me is great. Now, I said that a lot of students, they want to learn Italian for traveling purposes. And I got asked a lot, like, wouldn't it be easier if you do like an online course, pre-recorded videos for the students that just want to learn Italian for traveling purposes? Yes, the truth is teaching in person is very different, in person online, it's very different than deliver pre-recorded sessions. I perhaps might consider it only for a short period of time. Now, we talked about the difficulties of online teaching. Now let's speak about, well, the perks. So reason number one for loving online teaching is you don't have to commute. No, it doesn't mean sweatpants, but also you have everything in one place. You have access from everywhere, and you have also limitless resources, right? Also, I mentioned this before, which was networking. Now, even if online, as I said, it's a little hard to network at first, but teaching online allows you to connect and interact with teachers from all over the world. So you have international networking and supporting community, which is kind of what's going on right now. You get to meet different teachers that have different teaching methods, different styles. They have different experiences than you have. And this is a little bit personal. Is the screen. I get a little more separation, and it helps me a lot because I am a very empathic person, so I tend to take on a lot, and the screen helps me to separate that. Well, again, this is a little personal, but that's something that adds to the perks of online teaching for me. And eventually, this is like the biggest perks to me. You get to travel from your own house. That means that I can be like, early on this morning, I was in Australia, and then I was in Japan, and in about 30 minutes, I'll be in the United States. So to me, this is great. One last thing, I promise I'm done. From a student perspective, learning online gives you one thing that offline learning cannot give you. You have the chance to find like-minded people. And also you have the chance to try different teachers, different tutors, different teaching styles. You have the chance to find the perfect fit for you. From a student perspective, I think that choosing online versus offline, that depends greatly on your learning style and what do you prefer. From a teacher perspective, I have taught so far mainly online, and I'm not planning to go back offline. All right, so that was all from me. So see you soon to the next meetup. Bye!